All rise. The Speaker, Honorable L.L. Masina.
We are now going to have a silent prayer. We may be seated. Honorable members and members of the general public, please be reminded that Mandla Ndlovu Stadium was declared on Tuesday, the 10th of September 2024, as a precinct of Mpumalanga Provincial Legislature for the duration of the sitting. The provisions of the powers, privileges, and immunities of Parliament and Provincial Legislatures Act shall therefore apply to this sitting of the House as if these premises where the sitting is held were within the precincts of the legislature. Just a reminder, honorable members, that in terms of our rules, the time that will be allocated for member statement is as follows. Each statement is 1.5 minutes. MEC's response to a statement is 2 minutes, and there's a maximum of 7 statements that are allowed under this rule. Are there any member statements? Honorable Mlombo.
Somlomo hloniphekile ngicela ukuthatha lethuba ngibulise undunankulu weprovince ubaba uMandla Ndlovu okukanye no leader of government business ubaba uMashilo nabo bonke abaholi abaku cabinet namakhosi ondaba ezitha abakhona la izithunywa ezingama members e-provincial legislature nawo wonke umphakathi wasemkhondo okhona kulendlu. Ngisukuma somlomo egameni le-African National Congress ukwethula istatement lapho sibonga khona le department ye-COGTA lena elidwa ngumhlonishwa ubaba uMashilo kuwo wonke umlando welizwe azanke ibe khona izwe lapho i-government inikezela khona ngeinsiza especially ukwakhiwa kwezindlu lezi ezibizwa ngama-RDP njengoba senzile la eSouth Africa, especially la eMpumalanga. Simbonile umhlonishwa egijima yonke iMpumalanga. La kule ndawo lena simbonile laphana endaweni yakwaSigudada farm. lapho umhlonisha aye ahloma khona ama-RDP houses awu-47. Kulawo ma-RDP houses mhlonishwa abantu abahlomule kakhulu kube ngabantu abadala abogogo nabomkhulu kwaba yizingane ezingenabazali izingane eziyizitandane kwaba futhi ilabantu esibabiza ukuthi baphila nokukhubazeka. Siyazi ke ukuthi njengoba sihloma lezindlu uhulumeni waseMpumalanga asazohloma ezindaweni ezahlukene sizoba nazo izinkinga ezikhona kodwa siyathembisa ukuthi inkinga yamanzi, inkinga yogesi, inkinga yemigwaqo izinkinga lezi esizobhekana nazo singlo hulumeni.
As you close, Honorable Member.
Kungakho sicela ebantwini bakithi ukuthi lo hulumene olidwa uAfrican National Congress ake simbambe ngezandla zombili bakithi simbambise okwezikhali zamantungwa senze sure ukuthi siyamnakekela. Ngiyabonga.
Thank you, Honorable Mlombo. MEC.
Speaker, attention this side. Speaker, we just want to rise and correct that usebenzise ama minutes wayi2 15 minutes.
No. Go. Hello, Honorable Chibi. I'm using my watch.
Okay. MEC, hear me, Honorable Member. Ngiyabonga, Speaker, ngibonga lethuba, ngibonga umhlonishwa uMlombo kusikimisa le ndaba. Sivumelana nawe kakhulu lapha eMkhondo kunendawo eziningi esaselele emuva. Kakhulu masikhuluma ngezindlu zodaka, mud houses emaplasini. Ngathanda ukusho ukuthi sina 50 esizoyifaka ukushesha manje lapha ngase ward 18 ward 15 lapha kunezindlu zedaka khona. Sithatha le ndaba uyikhuluma siqhubekisa laphambili kulama ward lapha ngawabala lapha sinezindlu ze-RDP esizakhako nendaba yamanzi sesiphezukwayo nceda abantu bakithi emaplazini ukuthi sibafakele ama-borehole lapho singakwazi ukufikelela khona ngamapipe khona. Siyabonga mhlonishwa.
Thank you very much, Honorable MEC. Honorable DP Nkosi.
Ngiyabonga Somlomo. Ngiyabingelela kuNdunankulu. Ngiphinde ngibingelele kuma members executive council nakumalunga lahloniphekile. Ngimela phambi kwakho Somlomo. Ngitowethula na statement egameni lembutho wenkululeko iAfrican National Congress. Ngithanda ukuthi Somlomo sibonge sincome umsebenzi lomuhle lesibone wendiwa ngu-MEC we-Public Works, Roads and Transport, MEC Tom. Siye sambona abeka phambili nakulesithi ngema-key infrastructure projects lokumiklamo lebaluleke kakhulu ebantwini bakithi labaphilayo. Simbonile ahambisana na executive mayor wala eMkhondo baphuma bangena bavakashela libloho lelakhiwe lalapha eMahamba lelibitwa ngokuthiwa eMahamba Bridge bese kuba ne-boarding school yakhona la eMkhondo levakashelwe nesikolo lesibitwa ngokuthiwa indawonye primary school kanye nethanda ukukhanya library. Somlomo injongo lenkulu yalokuvakasha kwa MEC aphekeletelwa ngu-executive mayor bekukubuka ukuthi ngabe lama projects akahambe kangakanani
Towards closure, Comrade.
nekuthi ke lama project akhonile kwakha imisebenzi leng280 nekuthi futhi timpilo tebantu titawuqhubeka ikakhulukazi labasha nalabakhubatekile kanye nabomake. Ngiyasubmita Somlomo.
Thank you very much, Honorable DP. Honorable MEC.
Siyabonga Somlomo, sibingelele endlini amalunga nomphakathi okhona ngaphakathi. Somlomo siltiko le Public Works, Road and Transport masithathe lesincomo siphinde sizicommit ukuthi umsebenzi wethu ukuthi sithuthukise i-infrastructure noma lokho okuthiwa izingqalasizinda nemigwaco yethu ekhona la eMpumalanga. Kodwa kubaluleke kakhulu kumele sikusho ukuthi asicinanga kuloku umhlonishwa aqeda ukusho. Sizohlala la eMkhondo senza ama programs ngoba inkinga sizibonile ziningi and kule viki lonke leli sizenzile ama commitments ukuthi sizobuya senzeni nini njani. Sibonga kakhulu Somlomo.
Thank you very much, Honorable MEC. Honorable Mahlangu.
Ngiyathokoza Somlomo angilochise indunankulu
Honorable Speaker.
Sekhethu.
Yes, Honorable.
But you can't be doing that. So the only honorable members that you recognize in this house are those who are coming from the African National Congress.
Angizwa ma?
Already you have taken 3 that side.
Yeah.
Are you sure that we're going to be allocated here? Because there's a number of statements that should be given
I'm
to
going
this
to
house.
allocate
But
you.
you cannot keep on giving ANC members in a row.
Honorable member.
No, stop that.
Honorable member.
No, no, no.
I'm
You can't.
allocating 7 statements.
But
You can
don't-
only
but why
only
can't you
raise a
randomly
concern when you are seeing that I'm not allocating
But
7.
why don't you randomly pick? Why are you concentrating on the ANC benches?
Okay,
only?
you can take your seat, Honorable member Kabela. Honorable Mahlangu.
Ngiyathokoza Somlomo wesifunda
Point of
seMpumalanga.
order, Speaker.
Ngiyathanda ukulochisa usomlomo
Honorable
wesifunda
Speaker.
seMpumalanga nondunankulu wesifunda seMpumalanga.
Masango, I'm going to give you an opportunity.
No, Speaker, I think we should correct it. There are 7 statements. You first allocate to all parties, and then when there is remaining that didn't do, then you can give it to others. But you can't start giving one party extra. What if others won't have a time? So
But-
just, no, Speaker, listen to me first. Just be honest, give them 2 as usual, as you do in Parliament, and then come to the opposition and go to the ruling party.
Honorable allow me to give you all members an opportunity to bring statements as I have agreed that I'm going to allocate 7. Please, I'm pleading, honorable members.
But you want to make sure that they exhaust their member statement before you give
All
us.
of you are going to
No,
exhaust.
randomly pick, give 2, come to us. If there's an extra statement, it will be raised after. But you cannot start with them. So you make sure that all the statements that you prepared, they are allocated to the ANC.
Not
No,
necessarily.
randomly picked.
Honorable,
We
honor-
cannot allow that. Honorable Nkosi Makashale Phansi, we be
Honorable
supporting
Mkhabela,
this
you,
no.
okay, you can
But you
sit
are
down.
biased. You are always biased, and when
No,
you
no,
are
no.
here, we are having a problem.
I am not biased.
No,
Honorable
you are
Mkhabela,
always doing that. We are watching you.
we have said
Ah.
7 statements.
When you are there, you are always giving us problems.
We are having 7 statements, honorable members. Honorable Mahlangu, for peace sake, take a seat. Let me get the hands
Not a
from
piece sake. It's not a piece sake. It's a
honorable members. Let's not do this. Let's not do this. Let's not do this.
It must start with you. Don't
Honorable
do that.
members from
Don't
MK,
do that.
can I get the hand who wants to make a statement from the MK?
Honorable,
none.
Honorable Speaker,
Honorable members, we must not do this today. Why?
but we want to correct you, Honorable
We've been
Speaker.
watching you. We've
Why
been
are
watching
we
you, Madam
angry?
Speaker,
Let's
too.
deal with the matter.
Honorable Speaker, I want to correct you.
Don't be emotional.
As usual, we are raising hand. So why are you calling the parties now?
I'm
we are
trying
raising
to make
hand.
sure that every party is given an opportunity to make a statement so that there's no one who's going to say doesn't have an opportunity to make a statement.
We will raise hands, Speaker.
Honorable Ndlovu.
Angibonge sihlalo ngibingelele i-community yaseMkhondo gama lami nguNkateko Ndlovu represent a political party EFF. Speaker, education is more personal and it's not just an obtainment of quality a qualification for us to seek employment. It is a ladder that we use to root out poverty and impact in prevention to break the cycle of generational pattern of illiteracy. Hence, the Section 29 of South African Constitution grants everyone the opportunity to have rights to basic education. Speaker, with that said, the EFF has noted with disgust and disappointment that in the state in which some of the schools that we have visited in Kondo are in. Speaker, the schools are not only old, but they are also overcrowded. Schools like Nganane High School and Piet Retief Combined School. In one of the schools, Speaker, we found more than 7 learners packed like sardines in one class. Also of concern, Speaker, is the issue of school transport in Nkukunde Primary. Learners are traveling long distances to access education. This leave them vulnerable to vultures in the bushes that prey out our children to sexual abuse while they are walking to school. Honorable Speaker, today the President Cyril Ramaphosa is set to sign a basic education amendment bill. This bill is set to make grade R compulsory and also criminalize parents who do not ensure their children are taken to school. The question is, Speaker, as the department, are we ready, looking to the state of our schools, are we ready to implement the yet to be signed amendment bill? Because our schools are already overcrowded. So as the EFF, we are saying that.
As you close, Honorable Ndlovu.
As I close, the EFF therefore submits to the MEC of Education, Honorable Dlamini, to ensure that new schools and additional class must be built in Mkondo, and furthermore, Speaker, to urge Honorable Speaker to investigate why the scholar transport has been stopped to transport our children across the sub-region. Thank you.
Honorable MEC.
Well, siyabonga mhlonishwa. Le bill upresident ayisana namuhla inikeza abantu bakithi ithuba ukuthi abantwana baye esikolweni. Funani support. Number 2, kungakho siyakha ama boarding school. Ngoba le ndawo yalapha eMkhondo ihlukane kakhulu. Kungakho sifuna abazali balethe abantwana abazofunda base baya ekhaya ngama weekend. Lokho siyaddressa le problem of overschooling. Indaba ye transport kungakho sithi abazali bangashiya izikolo eduze kwabo abesibabona esinye isikolo le sebathatha abantwana babayisa khona. Ngoba esinye isikolo sidele singanabantwana, esinye isikolo sidele se overcrowded. Gcina sesifuna ne transport, iskola transport. Esithatha imali ngathani siyakha izindlu sesibhadala iskola transport. Konke lokho kungakho sombuso ohola ubaba uMandla Ndlovu esikwenzako esifuna kuvula le boarding school ukuthi ugcineni abantwana bakithi bafunda. Ayikho into ezakhipha abantu bakithi emhlagweni ngaphandle ukuthi abantwana baye esikolweni. Siyabonga.
Renovate our schools, renovate them.
Honorable Clover Morgan.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Greetings to yourself and greetings to the Premier and the members at large. Honorable Speaker, I rise on behalf of the Democratic Alliance to deliver a member statement. Honorable Speaker, it's very disappointing that we come here with the TLP of the 7th administration and still do oversights on projects that started with the 5th administration. All of these projects are the legacy of D.D. Mabuza. These projects were brought to Mkondo to bring hope to the people of Mkondo. Honorable Speaker, 8 years later, there is no change, and the people of Mkondo have lost hope. The reason for this, Honorable Speaker, is due to departments not doing monitoring on projects. Contractors abandon sites because they are forced to pay kickbacks on projects, and this forces them that they have to do sloppy work and end up abandoning the site. Honorable Speaker, most of these projects are used as cash cows to benefit a certain few, and this causes the community to be on the losing end. As a provincial government, we need to make sure that such behavior does not go unpunished and make sure that we deliver services to the people of Mpumalanga. This 7th administration needs to commit to the people of Mkondo. Thank you.
Honorable MEC.
No, masibonge somlomo neshaya mthetho sonke. Kuyiqiniso lokho kuraiswa uMama uMorgan. Kodwa ngicabanga ukuthi kubalulekile ukuthi sisho ukuthi kiwo onke ama project eswa implementayo sing public works noma iswakhaya. Sicommittee la eMkhondo ukuthi by the end of this year onke ayobe asaphelile. Kodwa kubaluleke kakhulu ukuthi lama allegations akhona ama kickbacks uma ekhona aweze ngaphambili sitshelwe ngawo sibophe abantu siltiko sithathe i-decision ethi la esibona khona ukuthi kunobuqhophololo sizo institute or others commission i-investigation so nabo abasize labantu obufakazi khona sibonga kakhulu.
Thank you very much, Honorable MEC. Honorable Kosan, not Kosan. Yes, Shongwe.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. On behalf of Umkhonto Wesizwe, I would like to bring a statement with regard to what happened to a school called Amadlelo Secondary School. In that school, this morning, there were people who are working there were chased by the principal, and some of the members of the community went there this morning to remedy the situation, where they ordered the principal, including the SGP, to reinstate those employees who were unfairly dismissed. I think the MEC of Education needs to take care of this situation and go and check what happened there. I submit.
Thank you, Honorable Shongwe. MEC.
Well, Mhlonishwa, I wanna the ANC government says ukuthi inkolo zibuyiswe abazali school governing body i-government yesikolo into yokuqala leyo masicele i-school governing body ukuthi sintervene siyavumelana nokuthi u-MEC makaye lapha abantu bokuqala bafuna bafike lapha i-school governing body inkolo zabelungu ngeke kwenzeke lokho ngoba i-school governing body ihlala ivula amehlo yini efuna siqwayiso umphakathi wakithi kodwa akunamuntu anelungelo yokuya esikoleni uyoqosha abantu lapha esikoleni kanye noprincipal ngoba uqashiwe uqashwe school governing body siyabonga.
Thank you very much, Honorable MEC. Honorable Mahlangu.
Hayi ngiyabonga ke somlomo. Besithanda ke njengombutho ka ANC ukuthi siyathokoza ukuthi upresident namhlanje ubesayina lo mthetho obizwa ukuthi iBella bill. iBella bill isho ukuthini ke somlomo? Isho ukuthi abantwana bethu abafunda ugrade R bazokufunda lapha ezikolweni zethu bangabhadeli imali. Isho ukuthi abantwana bethu abaregisterile nabangaregisteri bazokwazi ukuthi bafunde lapha esikolweni ngaphandle kokuthi bajikiswe. Isho ukuthi ke abantwana bethu noma abazali bethu abangafuni ukusa abantwana esikolweni bazokuboshwa somlomo because bakhona abazali abangabathumela abantwana esikolweni bazokuboshwa ke labo bazali abanjalo. Lo mthetho usho ukuthi ke somlomo abantwana bethu abafuna ukufundela ukuqula ukudlala noma ukwenza iart bazokuvunyelwa ukuthi bakwazi ukuqhubeka bayokufunda ezikolweni zethu. Lo mthetho osayinwe ngupresident namhlanje njengombutho ka-African National Congress siyawamukela and siyawujabulela. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Honorable MEC.
Well, siyabonga Mhlonishwa, inkulumo ehle kakhulu izanceda sishaba sekhethu. Eqinisweni abantwana bafuna baye esikolweni. Akunamntwana afuna simbona hamba lapha angaye esikolweni. Kungakho sithi lo mthetho usayinwa namuhla umongameli masusekelele kakhulu nokuthi abantu bafundiswe nangelimi labo ebalizwisisa ekhaya ukuthi bakwazi ukuyaphasa bakwazi ukwenza izinto ngendlela yakhona. Ngalamagama siyabonga lo mthetho mawungene endimeni nawo ulinywe siyathokoza.
Thank you, Honorable MEC. Any other member statement? Honorable Masango?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I rise to deliver a statement on behalf of the Democratic Alliance. The sewer spillage and contamination of our clean water streams remains the biggest problem in our municipality, especially in Mpumalanga. Our communities are on a daily basis subjected to bad smell from the sewer spillages running through their streets and a health hazard that may lead to possible loss of life. All this, Honorable Speaker, are self-made intentional human errors. The Integrated Development Plan is addressing some of these errors, but it is not implemented accordingly, and it is not clear why we have this IDP in government if we don't use it. My observation is that departments and municipalities are just constructing projects to please the community and forgetting the consequence after the implementation of the completion of the projects. Speaker, right here in Mkondo, Ward 16 and 17, we experienced that households were connected to sewer lines, but the water waste treatment plant is not completed. This is not probably a problem in those wards, and not only this municipality, but I know some with similar problems, and others have the waterborne toilets, but no water in the area. Speaker, I said to Honorable MEC, can we get this in order, and so that we don't experience problem, complaints, and matches after the projects are properly constructed and operationalized? I thank you.
Honorable MEC.
Well, the Premier since Wednesday visited our municipalities. He has met almost 75% yabo masipala bethu. Lapho indaba esemlonyeni ile ndaba yamasuwa spillage obaba oMasangwa akhuluma ngayo. Njoba sesichazele ihlelo lethu ukuthi sincede labo masipala ngoba abo masipala banamali yokuqhubekisa lo msebenzi okhulumako. Indawo sesiyongezeke kakhulu ngendlela emangazako. Uhulumende we-province sesiyangenelela nathi njengoba Premier sangenile ukuthi sibancede siwazi ukuqeda lama-project. Nabo sokontraka bethu sibaqashile babe ne-capacity ukuthi basincede lama-project akwazi ukuqhubeka. Nalapha eMkhondo sebasitshelile ukuthi khona indawo efuna ukuncediswa. Sisibophelela ukuthi sibahelebhe sibancede ukuthi le sewer spillage siwazi ukusi-addressa ngokushesha. Siyabonga.
Thank you very much, Honorable MEC. We are now moving on executive statements. Honorable members, I am informed that there are no executive statements. We are now moving to the motions without notice. Any members with motions without notice? Honorable Mhlongo.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I rise to move a motion without notice on behalf of the African National Congress to congratulate Mkondo Local Municipality, Gatsibane District Municipality, Department of Culture, Sports and Recreational, Ubukosi Bagwayende, together with Imizamo Yabakibeli Traditional Horse Riders, for successfully hosting the Mpumalanga Mkondo August Horse Riders. Noting that performance indicator as stipulated in the Department of Culture, Sports and Recreational annual performance states that sports institutions should be supported to deliver on the departmental program. It is in this regard that the department has since 2023-2024 financial year supported this program. Further noting that the tournament is staged at Gatsibane region within Mkondo Local Municipality during the second quarter of each year. It caters for both amateur and professional horse riders coming from the length and the breadth of the province, including riders from other provinces, particularly KZN, Eastern Cape, Gauteng, to name a few. Included are horse riders from neighboring countries, that is Lesotho and Swaziland. The African National Congress supports any initiative that has to do with the development of sports in the province. that also addressing the element of social cohesion and improve the provincial sports tourism while creating opportunities for all. I so move. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Munene. The question before the House is whether we agree to adopt this motion.
Agreed.
As so agreed. Any other motion? Honorable Khoza.
Angibonge somlomo lohloniphekile ngibingelele nakusishaya umthetho. Egameni lenhlangano lebusako iAfrican National Congress ngithula nasi isishukumiso ngincoma uhulumende loholwa iANC ngekuqinisekisa ukuthi baholi benzabuko baba yingcenye yekulethwa kwetinsita emphakathini ikakhulukati emakhaya. Somlomo kuleli viki Ndvunankulu Ndlovu kanye nelithimba lakhe livakashele bukhosi bakayende, bukhosi bakamahlobo, bukhosi bakashabalala nebukhosi bakamthethwa lobukanekise khona la ekhaya eMkhondo. Injongo yekuvakasha watisa bona bondaba ezitha ukuthi uhulumende wesifundza ulapha eMkhondo kuleli viki khona batoba ingcenye yalombuthano ukuletha sishaya umthetho ebantwini. Ingani emntini wendvodza kuyakhulekelwa. Akugcinanga ngekuvakasha ke kuphela Ndvunankulu wethu uchubekele endlini yebukhosi bakaMadabukela wayovula ngalokusemthethweni mahhovisi lamasha. Lamahhovisi ayoba lusito lolukhulu kumphakathi ekulethweni kwetinsita nematiko ahulumende ngekuhlukahlukana kwawo. Singuhulumende loholwa iANC sitimisele kubambisana nebuholi benzabuko ekuletheni itinsita nentuthuko emphakathini yesifundza sethu. Kule nyanga yemagugu lekuyinyanga yenyoni sikhutsata imiphakathi yonkana ukuthi ihloniphe futhi ibe yingcenye yemibuthano lebitwa makhosi. Emakhosi abalondvoloti bemasiko nemihambo yesive ikakhulukati isive lesimbisholo. Ngiyabonga somlomo.
Thank you, Honorable Khoza. The House is being given this question whether we agree to adopt this motion.
Agreed.
As so agreed. Any other motion? Honorable Lukele.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, on behalf of MK, I rise to denounce the barbaric, selfish behavior of some men who can constantly prey and take advantage of our young girls in the communities. Most young girls in communities are now living in fear of being raped by their own. An incident took place on Tuesday, 11th September 2024, where a young girl was raped at Volcross by a suspect who has been apprehended and arrested after the South African Police Services have launched a manhunt for him. Honorable Speaker, the question here is that how do we make the place safe for our communities to live in peace and harmony, especially our young girls who are now living in fear of men who should be their protectors. We call upon the community members to participate in activities of police forums and report any unusual practices they see around our communities. Honorable Speaker, we call upon all our men in uniform to be vigilant and act swiftly in upholding the law to ensure that our young girls and communities are safe and secure. We call upon the justice system not to grant bail to people who sexually harass and rape our girl children. Let us make our streets safe throughout the province. I so move.
Thank you, Honorable Lukele. The question before the House, whether do we agree to adopt this motion?
Agreed.
As so agreed. Any other statement, Honorable Kibi?
Thank you very much.
Honorable Kibi, I saw the hand of Honorable Kibi.
Okay. That side. Why, Louis? Thank you. Good morning to good yourself, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I rise on behalf of the economic freedom fighters with a great sadness and disappointment by the Department of Agriculture, which continue to celebrate the incomplete and dilapidated agri-hub infrastructure before it has been handed to the beneficiary of Mkondo community. Honorable Speaker, as the economic freedom fighters, we call upon the matter to be thoroughly investigated and referred to a select committee on the public account as outlined by the rules and orders, Chapter 12, Section 146 and 147, 1D, with the following terms of reference: environmental visibility study, design which includes soil testing, contractor building design and material specification, and the project managers together with quality control engineers checklist and comments. I so move. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Khibe. Does the House agree to adopt the motion?
Agreed.
Yes, so agreed. Honorable Marshall.
Good morning, Honourable Speaker. I rise on behalf of the Democratic Alliance to raise a motion without notice. Noting that gender-based violence remains a critical issue in many communities across South Africa, including Mkondo here in Mpumalanga. Reports indicate an alarming rate of GBV incidents in this area, impacting the safety, health and well-being of individuals, particularly women and children. Further noting that despite efforts from various stakeholders, there is a need for a more comprehensive, localized approach for effectively tackling this pervasive issue. In light of the urgent need to address the escalating rates of gender-based violence in Mkondo, I propose the following measures to be adopted and to be implemented. A dedicated GBV support centre to be established that provides immediate assistance, counselling and legal support for survivors of GBV. To expand our existing support networks by strengthening our partnerships with local NGOs, community organisations and healthcare providers to ensure survivors receive comprehensive support. The launching of government community-wide campaigns to educate residents about GBV, its science and available resources. To utilise local media, schools and community centres for this outreach. Offers resources to local NGOs and community groups to enhance their ability to support GBV survivors. This must include the increase of funding to NGOs and community groups to support GBV prevention and response initiatives in Mkondo. I so move.
Thank you, Honorable Marshall. Does the House agree to adopt the motion?
Agreed.
As agreed. Honorable Fenyan.
No, thank you, Somlomo. Sibingelele nomphakathi wonke waseMkhondo. Honorable Speaker, I rise on behalf of Mkhonto Wesizwe Party to raise the serious concerns about the Bermuda projects and unfinished projects observed in local inspection and undertaken by the honorable members since arriving in Mkhondo municipal boundaries. Honorable Speaker, it is very disappointing to see so many projects that have been not completed. Government has committed millions of rands to these projects. To date, the projects remain incomplete and substandard quality it is what that is deterring. Obviously, Honorable Speaker, in this case, there seems to be no value for money. All that is evident is the inexplicable escalation of project costs. Honorable Speaker, question here is why were the projects not monitored and corrective measures taken to ensure that taxpayers' money is spent accordingly? Honorable Speaker, most of the challenges relating to these half-done projects can be attributed to poor planning or plain corruption. The projects in question include, amongst others, the Agri-Hub project and the Boarding School project. Honorable Speaker, therefore we call for accountability and consequence management to take place and proper project management principles to be adhered to. I so move.
Thank you, Honorable Fenyan. Does the House agree to adopt the motion?
No.
The motion is defeated. Honorable
Agreed. We agree.
Honorable Malachi.
9-kilometer road.
Agreed.
Oh.
I don't want to go deeper.
Thank you very much,
I don't
Honorable
want to go
Speaker.
deeper.
The screen is off. Honorable Speaker, noting that 30 years and 4 months after democracy, the people of Mkhondo are still suffering like they were in the apartheid regime. And further, noting that 30 years isisenkulile kwenu abantu baseMkhondo abanamanzi. Further noting that 30 years and 4 months ngaphansi kombuso we-ANC abantu baseMkhondo basahlala ezindlini zodaka. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Speaker, further noting that 30 years isenkululukweni abahlali nabasebenzi basemaplazini babulawa ngesihlungu mihla yonke ngaphansi kombuso we-ANC. Isibonelo bafowethu bakaxoka. Honorable Speaker, as I close, Honorable Speaker, as I'm talking now in Ward 17, there are disturbing sewage spillage which flows into people's home and taking away the dignity. Honorable Speaker, after 30 years, young people are still searching for jobs and are not given opportunity for economic empowerment because the tender and opportunities are given to government officials and leaders and political leaders. Having noted all this, Honorable Speaker, we therefore, as the EFF, move that the provincial government declares Mkhondo municipality as a disastrous area and the municipality be placed under section 1391C, dissolution, and the election of new councillors be started afresh. I so move.
Does the House agree to adopt the motion?
We reject.
Agreed.
We
Agreed.
reject.
Agreed.
We reject
Agreed.
that.
The motion is defeated.
No.
No, it's
Speaker, we
agreed.
call for division, not defeated.
No.
We call for division, Speaker. The motion is not defeated.
No. It doesn't work like that, Honorable Member. Honorable Mkhabela.
Kukhona umuntu ongimanejayo la, ucima i-microphone yakhe.
Honorable Mkhabela, you are.
Kukhona umuntu ocima i-microphone
Manager
yakhe.
sonke.
Honorable members,
Ningacimi
you are
i-microphone
given
yakhe.
an opportunity to raise your motion.
Don't switch my microphone. I have a right to speak in this house. I'm a member. Don't manage me.
Members who are moving,
Speaker, there are still hands up.
Honorable Masango.
Thank you, Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I stand to deliver a motion without notice on behalf of the Democratic Alliance. On our oversight visits right here in Kondo, I noticed the following: that more of the projects are not completed in time. The first contractor is always replaced by a new contractor on one project. It is also not clear what do we mean by saying that the project is completed if we can't operationalize it. Further noting that the above are caused by the following: the contractor delayed to complete the project and replaced by another one. The contractor does not comply with the NHBRC requirements. Speaker, I therefore move that a proper vetting be done before a contractor is appointed, that NHBRC requirements done prior a contractor is appointed and not when the job is already started. I also say we don't have to come to Mkhondo again like today after 12 years and discuss the same problem that the projects are having. I so move.
Does the House agree to adopt the motion?
Agreed.
No.
The motion is defeated, honorable members. We are now moving to the notices of motion. Are there any notices of motions? Honorable Malachi.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, noting that izinkinga ezibhekane nabantu bakithi la eMkhondo, I rise on behalf of the mighty EFF ukucela lendlu yesishayamthetho ukuthi ikhulumisane ngokufaka lomkhandlu wedolobha lala eMkhondo ngaphansi kwesiqephu sesection 1391C ubulawe kuqalwe kabusha. Honorable Speaker, I so move.
The motion is noted, Honorable Malachi. It will be dealt with accordingly. Any other notice of motion? There is none. Thank you very much. We are now moving to formal notices, motions, I mean. Let me indicate that I am informed that there are no formal motions today. We are therefore going to move, honorable members, to the orders of the day. I am now calling upon the secretary to read the first order of the day.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Orders of the day, order number 1. It's a snap debate on Heritage Day. Inkulumo mpikiswano ngelanga lemagugu. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Secretary. I've got a list before me. I am now calling upon Honorable Mabuza to give us her debate.
Ngwe.
Sibonge ithuba somlomo weshamthetho saseMpumalanga. Mangithathe lethuba ngikubingelele sibingelele usekela somlomo sibingelele undunankulu ubaba uNdlovu ongumholi eMpumalanga wecabinet yonke. Sibingelele amalunga noma amamember wecabinet, sibingelele uchief whip we-majority party umama Khabane. Sibingelele namamember wonke weshamthetho saseMpumalanga. Honorable Speaker, Heritage Day njengoba siyibungaza noma siyigidinga eSouth Africa iyo indlela yokubuyekeza noma nokujabulela nokuthi siphinde sikhumbule ukuthi singabantu baseSouth Africa nabantu baseMpumalanga abanamasiko ahlukahlukene. Njengoba sibungaza kuyile nyanga yaka September, sibungaza sihlongoza noma sibonga abantu abalwile balwela inkululeko, balwela nokuthi amasiko wethu aphinde aphakanyiswe njengoba siyindlu emnyama. This day sinikezwa ithuba lokuthi umhlaba wonke noma iSouth Africa yonke ireflecte noma ikhulume ngezinto ezenzakele ukuze kushintshe noma kuguqulwe izimpilo zabantu. Honorable Speaker, iHeritage inama diversity eMpumalanga nase ku South Africa yonke, inama languages noma izinkulumo esiba nazo ezahlukene ezibungaza kona lokuthi thina singama Africa. And kulama languages esiba nawo kunesidingo sokuthi siwavikele futhi siwagcine ukuze abe yigugu lesizwe esisilandela ngasemuva. And as we reflect and celebrate Heritage Month and its significance, it is important to look on how rural communities can contribute in preserving the culture and heritage which combine its shape and society identity, because our living heritage ranges from oral traditions, oral histories, as well as indigenous languages system. Somlomo, ngolosithathu siye sahamba sayo addressa lapha oral history lekhuluma ngomlando waseMpumalanga nangabantu abadlulile emhlabeni abakhulume noma benza izinto ezinhle ezibungaza ezenza ukuthi sibe namagugu esithi thina nothile eMpumalanga. Le theme besikhuluma ngayo besithi doing oral history in a democratic South Africa, reflecting the success and challenges of the 3 decades later. I-conference leya iye yakhuluma ngokuthi Heritage Month kubalekile ukuthi ireflecte lama historical gaps esishoda ngawe sithi thina imlando yabantu bakithi abenze izinto ezinhle emkhakheni yezemibuso noma yemilando ayikakapheleliswanga. Therefore kunesidingo sokuthi le milando ibe recorded sibuyekeze ekutheni sifundisa isizwe esisha ekutheni in the past abantu bakithi babungaza kanjani izinto zemilando esinayo eMpumalanga. Such degrading forms of representation it inhibits children's appreciation and the value of strength for our democratic and tolerance of human rights.
Just a minute, Honorable Mabuza. Honorable Tibi, you are going to tell us that you are rising on which rule?
I'm rising on Rule 53 of Rule and Orders. Ngifuna kucheka ukuthi ispeaker singakhona ispeaker epodium singakhona ukuthatha umbuzo ngoba uma ukhuluma ngomlando sifuna sichazele ukuthi umhlaba uyavumela ukuthi umhlaba ubuyele emakhosini nakubanikazi wabo. Ngiyabonga speaker.
We are not taking any question, honorable members. We are allowing members to debate. There are 5 minutes as allocated so that at least everyone will be given that time that she's being allocated to.
But
Continue, Honorable Mabuza.
Cannot take the question.
Speaker, through the apartheid years, people
Order, Speaker, you
responded
didn't answer
to
the
the
question.
denial of distortion of their heritage with their own affirmation, as indeed Africanet had done in their earlier period. They celebrated their heritage outside the country's museum and monuments in songs and in ceremonies, in festivals and carnivals, in the selling of their own merchandise and in buying items associated with their heritage by working history with their communities into everyday artifact. Today, with democracy, we have an opportunity to ensure that our institution reflects
1 minute left,
history
Honorable Mabuza.
and the way that reflects the heritage of all our citizens in respect of the race. We must, from time to time, to continue to celebrate our cultural heritage, our diversity, and our tradition in a wide context of a nation that belongs to all different groups amongst our beautiful province, because our heritage should belong to all of us. Our heritage is the pride of South Africans. The Department of Culture, Sports and Recreation in Mpumalanga is continuing to champion the responsibility of ensuring the promotion and the preservation of culture and heritage for all the people of the beautiful province of Mpumalanga. And I urge honorable members of the legislature to visit our museum in the province. And in that, as I conclude, Honorable Speaker, we must be able to build a boy child to be a man, so that we avoid a boy child to be a broken man, to avoid issues of GBV that is occurring in the future and currently in the province of Mpumalanga. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Mabuza.
A boy child dignity can only be there if there is land.
Going to call upon Honorable BP Ngumayo. You've got 6 minutes.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members of the legislature, community of Mkondo, comrades, commanders, and friends, ladies and gentlemen. Honorable Speaker, let me start off by unpacking exactly what heritage entails and why it should always be remembered by Abantu base South Africa and Abantu base Mkondo. Shakusungula, Speaker, hi langute emakeni ya misava la hi tshamaka kona anga kona loyi anga ta va na ku celebrate siku ra ndhavuko a nga ri na wona misava wa yena. Xa vumbirhi leswi hi swi endlaka namuntlha ku ta va ku nga ri ntiyiso hikuva vanhu va ka hina namuntlha a va na wona misava lowu va faneleke va wu tlangela. Ha swi tiva leswaku tihosi ta hina ti kona namuntlha na vo va ta yi tiyisa mhaka leyi leswaku eka leswi va swi endlaka siku na siku loko u nga ri na wona misava wa wehe a xi kona lexi xi nga ta humelela. Loko hi karhi hi famba eka tindhawu leti hi nga fambaka toho hinkwato loko hi fikile la eMkhondo swa vavisa swinene ku kuma vanhu lava va nga riki na wona misava wa vona, lava va nga riki na tindlela, swakudya na hinkwaswo leswi va faneleke va swi endla leswaku va kota ku celebrate siku leri. After 30 years, Honorable Speaker, ku ve na swilo swa ku tala leswi nga humelela, and as MK Party we did not expect lava va tivulaka ku ri hi voho lava nga lwela ndhavuko ku va hlangana na lava ava kandziyela vanhu va ka hina lava nga riki na misava namuntlha va yi vita GNU honorable speaker i xin'wana xa xilo lexi xi endlaka leswaku as MK party we not part of the celebration of this heritage month. It's like when you're swimming in a swimming pool wearing a suit. Xo hetelela honorable speaker MK party leyi yi rhangeriwaka hi honorable president Zuma yi langutele leswaku munhu un'wana na un'wana wa la South Africa a va ka xiyimo lexinene emiehleketweni ya yena kusuka loko a ha ri ntsongo a kula na swona. Loko hi ya endzhaku Dr. Priski ka Isaka Seme u lavile hi 1911 leswaku vanhu va ntima hinkwavo va hlangana kambe it was unfortunate honorable speaker ka vanhu lava mfumo lowu hi nga ka wona namuntlha wu hlanganeke na vona va yi vitaka GNU swi ta hi tsandza leswaku hi kota ku celebrate n'hweti leyi. Ni vulavula hi n'hweti leyi I was born in September and I know how painful it is to live without the land. Loko ni karhi ni heta honorable speaker ku na swilo swimbirhi leswi hi faneleke hi swi endla ku titiva ku ri hi hina va mani tihosi ta hina ti tiva ku ri ti rhangele vanhu va njhani. Swilo swinharhu kumbe mune leswi hi faneleke hi lwa na swoho. We hope that during this year's Heritage Day celebration we will be looking at 4 issues that are there in our communities. Number 1, gender-based violence that is so prevalent in our province. Number 2, we want to deal with the crime that is there in our communities. Number 3, the lack of service delivery. Number 4, growing levels of inequality. So those are the things that we need to fight against. Then maybe we can talk about celebrating the Heritage Month. Thank you very much, Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Ngomayo.
Matimba.
Now I'm calling upon
Tenzile.
Honorable NP
Nakhenza.
Kabela.
Yeah. Available.
Honorable Speaker, sorry, we've got 5 minutes.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, allow me to send our revolutionary salutations to our provincial leader, Komisa Colin Sedibe, in absentia, and our provincial secretary, Komisa Jackson Malachi, whose leadership, loyalty, and commitment to this people's organization remain solid and unquestionable. Our special greetings also go to our courageous and loyal ground forces, the community of Mkondo, and the entire Mpumalanga citizenry at large. Honorable Speaker, this is one of the most important months in our calendar as a country because it is only during this time where we pause and take time to celebrate our uniquely rich heritage, history, and culture. It therefore gives me great pleasure to be able to make this presentation or debate in this area, Mkondo, which has vast and rich history. Honorable Speaker, I am proud to stand here today and declare that the EFF is the only consistent political organization in this August House. The reason I am saying this, Honorable Speaker and fellow honorable members, is because the EFF have timelessly displayed this level of consistency in our debates in this August House by simply calling for proper documentation and preservation of our history as a nation, especially the history of the previously marginalized. Speaker, the reason why the EFF is calling for proper documentation and preservation of our history is because we want this current and future generation to know where this country comes from so that they know which direction it must go to. Due to the ANC-led government blatant ignorance and failure to document and archive our history, our children will grow up believing that an animal called GNU government of national unity is the way to go. Honorable Speaker, one academia writes that heritage might be best broken up into 2 types, natural and cultural. A country's natural heritage is its environment and natural resources like gold and water. Fellow citizens and honorable members, I am ashamed to stand here today and call myself a South African after witnessing the ANC-led government spitting on our heritage and history by forming a coalition with the murderers of Chris Hani, Steve Biko, Nokuthula Simelane, Portia Shabangu, and thousands more of struggle heroes whose bodies remain missing and unaccounted for to date. I am ashamed of standing in front of you and begin to talk about our heritage because the ANC is in bed with the thieves who stole our land and our mineral resources, which all form part of our heritage. Sadly, Honorable Speaker and ladies and gentlemen, since the ANC decided to work with and give power to our oppressors, cases and incidents of black women being raped, killed and thrown into pig stables for lunch have started creeping in, while our young black brothers are automatic suspects simply because of their color of their skin. Which heritage are we really supposed to celebrate when the ANC has reversed the gains of democracy, freedom, and what our forefathers stood for? Honorable Speaker, it is really sad that we are led by leaders who either do not know our history or have just gone rogue and decided to sell out the revolution, struggle, and our heritage. Honorable Speaker, as I conclude, the EFF refuses to be part of those who celebrate heritage until this government has taken upon itself to bring back the dignity of our forefathers, history and heritage by renaming places, buildings and pieces of land which were stolen by the settlers, such as the Kruger National Park, and this area be renamed as Mkhonto, as was initially referred to until the settlers misspelled the word Mkhonto with Mkhondo. Most importantly, Honorable Speaker, while we acknowledge the fact that this area was renamed as Mkhondo from Piet Retief, we are calling on the current government to also rename the hospital, which is still referred as to Piet Retief Hospital. Speaker, we would have failed in our duties if we fail now to document, preserve, and tell our own story and promote our indigenous languages.
Thank you very much, Honorable
Hlaba
Mkarela.
mayibuyele ebantwini.
Waza Mkhonto. UFloyd
We are
uhambele
now
lokho.
calling upon Honorable
UFloyd taswahambi.
Nkonyane.
Asimfuni, makahambe.
Now usendleleni ufuna ubuchairperson sakubona.
Honorable Nkonyane, you've got 5 minutes allocated to you.
Alibongwa.
Somlomo wesishayamthetho, undunankulu wesishayamthetho ne-executive yakhe, kumalunga esishayamthetho nakumphakathi waseMkhondo, ngiyabingelela. Malunga esishayamthetho, umthetho sekele wezwe uyakucacisa ukubaluleka kwezilimi zethu zomdabu ekuvikelweni kwamagugu namasiko ethu. Konke lokhu kungenza ngiqinisekiseke ukuthi ukuthuthukiswa kwezilimi zethu yikho okuyokwenza ukuthi iphupho lokuvuselelwa kwezwe lakithi iAfrika lifezeke. Ngimila emhlabeni wamaqhawe afana noMandla Magudulela, oSithuli Hleza, oSizwe Mbingo, oSibonelo Ntshangase kanye noMuzi Manyathi. Ngamafushane, isizwe esingawazi umlando waso asazi lapho siyakhona. Umkhondo unomlando ocebile. Siyaziqhenya ngobuthini nemvelaphi yethu. Ngiyafisa ukusho la ngokubaluleka kokuhlinzeka kwezidingo kanye nezingqalasizinda kubantu bakithi kule 7th administration, njengoba nibonile kule viki ukuba sizimisele ukusondelana nabantu futhi silandelele kulezinto esithe sizozenza ukuthi ingabe laba esibathumile basahamba ngendlela. Ngiyafisa ukusho la uma sibheka emuva sibuyela emlandweni wakithi, kwakufundiswa abantu basebancane indlela yokuziphatha, kubona bonke ubulili. Kwakuba nemigidi enhlobonhlobo yokujabula nayo okwakuhaywa kuyo amaculo, kuphindwe kube nemilayezo eyayikhona. Kwakuthiwa nje noma kusuke insizwa igiya kube nezibongo ezazihaywa uma igiya. Namhlanje kunemikhosi edumile ezama khona ukubuyisa isithunzi sethu. Ngingabala umkhosi wokweshwama, umkhosi welembe, umkhosi womhlanga, neminye engingeke ngisayibala namhlanje. Sibhekene nenkinga eziphethelene nokuhlanganisana okuyinto entsha okukhombisa ukuthi kukhona okulahlekile. Ngakho ke kumele siqinise kumagugu akithi. South Africa, 30 years into democracy, is still suffering from the effects of the 1913 Native Land Act. Even as we celebrate our heritage, we must not forget the structural inequalities and still persist. We cannot claim to celebrate our culture, traditions, and belief, hoping to build a cohesive society when part of our heritage, the land, is not part of us.
Yes, girl.
Sengivala, Ubabu Mandela uye wathi, our rich, various culture heritage has a profound power to help build our nation. Ngako ke, usishiye nenselelo yokusondeza umnotho eduze nabantu bakithi ukuze sikhone ukwakha izwe elinokuthula nobumbano. Ngiyabonga.
Thank you very much, Honorable Bonyane. I'm now calling upon Honorable T.A. Sekaledi. You have 4 minutes.
Good day, fellow South Africans. Today we gather to celebrate Heritage Day, a day that reminds us of the rich, diverse cultural landscape that defines our beautiful country. As we reflect on our unique heritages, there is a powerful symbol that unites us all, the South African national flag. This flag, proudly raised for the first time on the 27th of April 1994, is more than a banner. It is the beacon of hope, unity, freedom for every citizen of this land. Flaga ya rona e bua ka pale ya phetheho ho tloha nakong e fetileng e arwanang ho isa bokamosong bo kopaneng. Ke sesupo sa ponahalo se re hopotsang leeto le re tsamaileng re le setjhaba le tshepo e re tlamang ho eta pele. Popeo ya flaga ka mebala ya yona e phatsimang le bohale e na le bokamoso bo keneletseng. The black represents the people of South Africa, the richness of our diversity. The green stands for the land, the natural beauty of our country, and the agricultural heritage of our connection to nature. The yellow symbolizes our country's mineral wealth, a source of prosperity that should work for its people. The red speaks to the sacrifices and bloodshed in the struggle for freedom. The blue represents the endless skies and the hope that remains in the hearts of South Africans that we, as their elected representatives, will put their interests first in all that we do. And the white represents peace and harmony. As we stand beneath this flag on Heritage Day, we are called to remember that the significance of preserving our heritage, South Africa is a land of many cultures, languages, and traditions. From the ancient customs of our indigenous peoples to the vibrant expressions of art, music, and dance, our heritage is a reflection of who we are. It is vital that we honor, respect, and celebrate the diversity, not just today, but every day. Heritage is more than a remembrance of the past. It is a foundation upon which we build our future. To preserve it means to protect our values, stories, and traditions that have been passed down through generations. As we embrace modernity and change, we must also protect what makes us unique. Our heritage connects us to the roots and gives our children a sense of belonging and identity. In the fast-changing world we live in, we must strive to keep our traditions alive in our homes, our communities, and in our hearts. If we forget where we come from, we risk losing the essence of who we are as a nation. Heritage Day serves as a reminder that the threads of our past are woven into the fabrics of our future. as we reflect on this day, let us be mindful of the responsibility we bear to preserve our heritage, ensuring that the values of tolerance, respect, and unity live in the future for generations to come. That although we may differ in political ideologies, we still embrace our heritage and tolerance as patriots of this great nation. Let us cherish the diversity that makes South Africa so special, and let us commit to nurturing it so that it remains a source of pride and strength for generations to come. So as we look up at our flag, let it inspire us to be the custodians of our heritage, celebrating each culture, each tradition, and each story that makes South Africa truly unique. Happy Heritage Day and Happy Heritage Month. I thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Sekaledi. We were to have Honorable Weber, who has submitted her apology, and Honorable Mashiane. I'm now calling upon Honorable T.S. Tomo. You've got 5 minutes allocated to you.
Somlomo mangithathele thuba ngibingelele uNdunankulu ne cabinet yakhe, ngibingelele leader of government business uBaba Mashilo, ngibingelele uchief whip we-majority party ne-legislature, ngibingelele amalunga weshayamthetho ngokuphelela, ngibingelele neinkosi ezikhona, uKhoshi Mokwena, uBaba uMahlobo, nazo zonke inkosi ezikhona, uBaba uMthethwa naye ngimbonile ukhona ngaphakathi, nazo zonke inkosi ezikhona ngaphakathi. Honorable Speaker, mangithathele thuba namhlanje on behalf of the African National Congress, nami ngicontribute kule nkulumo yanamhlanje yamagugu anothile alapha eMzansi kule nyanga kaMandulo. Somlomo ohloniphekile, isifundazwe sethu saseMpumalanga sibusiseke ngamasiko amaningi, izilimi ezahlukene. We must continue to celebrate the incredible diversity that makes our province so unique and special. We are blessed with a vibrant tapestry of culture, languages, and traditions that come together to form a rich cultural heritage. Our province is a melting pot of different backgrounds, beliefs, and values. We have people from all walks of life, each with their own stories, customs, and practices. The diversity is our strength, and it's what makes our province so dynamic and fascinating. Somlomo ohloniphekile, njengoba sikule nyanga kaMandulo, sisaqhubeka nokusebenzisana nokugubha amagugu ethu anothile nobukhosi bendabuko nazo zonke amakhosi akhona. Kule viki bekade silapha eMkhondo lonke sihlangene namakhosi ahlukene, sahlangana nomasipala ogavena lo masipala nabaholi abagavena lo masipala, sizama ukuxoxisana nokuthola izisombululo kuzo zonke izinkinga ezikhona. Sihlangene nobukhosi bakaMthethwa, sahlangana nobukhosi bakayende, ubukhosi bakwaMahlobo, nobukhosi bakaShabalala. Somlomo ohloniphekile, sizizwe samukelekile. Lokhu kuyakhombisa ukuthi ubudlelwane bamakhosi ethu kanye nohulumeni wakithi obulidwa uBaba uMandla Ndlovu eMpumalanga kunothile. Somlomo ohloniphekile, imikhankaso nemisebenzi ebanjwe la eMkhondo local municipality kule viki ngokubambisana namakhosi iyabonakalisa ukuthi injongo kahulumeni siyachubeka ukuzibophezela ukuthi sisebenzisane namakhosi, siphinde futhi sichubeke nokubungaza amagugu ethu. Ngemikhankaso kanye nako konke esikwenze la siyazibophezela singuhulumeni ukusekela amakhosi nemicimbi yamasiko, ukulondoloza izindawo zethu zamagugu nezimpawu zomlando, ukuthuthukisa izinhlelo nezindlela zolwazi lwendabuko kanye nokukhuthaza ukuhlaliswa kolwazi ezizukulwaneni nezizukulwane. Madam Speaker, our diversity is not just about our differences, it's also about what brings us together. We share a common humanity, a common desire for connection, and a common aspiration for better life. This month, we are celebrating Heritage Day under the theme, celebrating the lives of our heroes and heroines who laid down their lives for our freedom. Today, I want to put a spotlight on the brave men and women who fought for our freedom, whom through their courage and selflessness, we have built a resilient and liberation heritage. Honorable Speaker, I want to commend our Honorable Premier, Honorable Mandla Ndlovu, for his bravery and leadership in joining Operation Valumkoti, a crackdown on legal mining in Pilgrim Rest last week. This operation was led by the Department of Community Safety, Security and Liaison, demonstrate our government's commitment to protecting our cultural heritage. Pilgrim Rest is not only a provincial monument, but also a prestigious heritage site, showcasing our rich history and attracting tourists from around the world. It is our responsibility, Honorable Speaker, to preserve and protect the future of our generation and the future of this province. Furthermore, we must
1
also
minute
extend
left,
this commitment
Honorable Tomo.
to protecting all our provincial heritage sites, including Nomoya Masilela Museum, in Betal, a national monument that tells the story of our struggle for freedom. Somlomo hloniphekile, njengohulumeni sizohlala njalo sikhumbula amaqhawe afana noSoli Mkhize, uChema Silela, uVictor Khayane, Deepdale 5, uGersibande, abalwela inkululeko yethu. Kuyo lenyaka ngamalandulo nge-11 zaka 1983, ilapho izikhulu ze-African National Congress zathola khona indaba ebuhlungu ngokulahleka kuka Nokuthula Simelane. Honorable Speaker, the contribution of our heroes and heroines to our struggle for liberation will never be forgotten. We will continue to tell their stories, preserve their legacies, and draw aspiration from their bravery. Happy Heritage Month, Honorable Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Tomo. This brings us to the end of the SNAP debate. We have concluded our SNAP debate on Heritage Day. I am now calling upon the Secretary to read the second order of the day.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Order number 2 is closing address by the Honorable Premier. Inkulumo yekuvala yandvunankulu wesifundza sempumalanga umhlonishwa Babe Ndlovu.
I am now calling upon the Honorable Premier to give us his closing address.
You must stand up when the Premier, you must stand up. ANC guys, stand up. The Premier is taking the podium. Stand up. All of you must stand up.
Honorable
Stand
Kribi,
up.
you don't do that.
You must not
Honorable
disrespect our Premier. Stand up.
No. Honorable Kribi, you are just out of order. That cannot be tolerated. You must behave in the house, Honorable Kribi. We don't like what you are doing.
Yeah, thank you, Honorable Speaker. The call was not coming from the ANC members. It was a call that came from somebody that doesn't represent the views of the ANC. We will not tell our traditional leadership to give standing ovation to the Premier of the province. But Honorable Speaker, thank you for this opportunity. Siyakubingelela, Honorable Speaker, no Deputy Speaker, Chief Whip wethu siyabonga ukuthi ukhona la amalunga ya Executive Council, bo Executive Mayor, amakhansela wonke, bo ndabezitha bonke abakhona la baholwa inkosi Mukwena. Makhula ngendlela umgameli we-Contralesa aphinda aba ngusihlalo weindlu yamakhosi, senior government officials, phakathi wonke wasemkhondo. Sanibonani. Ninjani? We learned today, early in the morning, that a fearless, a gentle giant, a selfless former Minister of Energy, former Minister of Finance and Local Government, that is no more, Minister Pravin Gordhan. I want to request the House to stand up and observe a moment of silence.
We never.
Can't stand for sellout.
No, siyabonga. I will not want to respond because I don't want to divert from my speech. But there is no person that can call Comrade Pravin a sellout He was there during the days of apartheid. That is Comrade Pravin Gordhan. He was part of the struggle. So you cannot call Comrade Pravin a sellout. I want to apologize.
Speaker, point of order. Speaker.
Members of the public, you are not participating in this. May you please give the Honorable Premier an opportunity to address the House.
I want to apologize on behalf of 4 MECs that are not here. I want to indicate that they did not take a French leave. We discussed at length and agreed that they must go and represent the province, especially the office of the Premier. MEC Sasekane Manzini is not here. She is with the Minister of Health. Comrade Jackie Masiye is also not with us here. He is with Seriti accepting a donation of 6 police vans. Comrade Catherine Lamini, MEC of Education, is with the President. MEC Makosazana is with the Deputy Minister. Honorable Speaker, I wanted to assure you that as executive will not undermine this important structure. Sifike lapha eMkhondo ngomsombuluko. Saxoxisana nemphakathi kufika manje. Nisiphethe kahle futhi sixoxisane kahle. Asizanga silwa, siyajabula kakhulu ukuba nani lapha eMkhondo. Sekuphele inshumi leminyaka sagcina ukuletha uhulumende wenu kule ndawo yaseMkhondo. Siyanibongela phela ngoba bonke bomasipala banelungelo lokuthi sibavakashela. Mina kimi lapha eMkhondo kusekhaya uChief Whip wethu wathi kufanele kuba ikhaya lami lesibili i-constituency office yami yikhona lapha eMkhondo. Early this year, I, Chris, caused different wars and listened to your concerns. Futhi, uma bathi siya eMkhondo ngajabula ngoba kimi kusekhaya lapha eMkhondo. Abantu baseMkhondo ngiyabathanda. It therefore gives me pleasure, Honorable Speaker, to have been invited by your legislature to be part of this public participation program, which brought the lawmakers of this province to the people of Mkhondo municipality. Indeed, we have the People's Parliament that prioritizes and seeks active engagement with the public, that is receptive and responsive to the needs of the people. Public participation encourages meaningful input into the decision making and is premised on the belief that those who are affected by a decision have a right to be involved in decision-making process. We listen to the call of our people when they say, there is nothing about us without us. It is again this constitutional imperative that we have gathered here this week to give both meaning and substance to these legislative requirements. I therefore have no doubt that the community of this municipality has had meaningful public participation with our legislatures. Since the beginning of this week, lawmakers and officials have been gathering information from a wide range of interest groups and pressure groups, listens to various views and concerns since you have been provided with a platform for meaningful engagement. Umphakathi waseMkhondo sinizwile ukuthi nithini, nikhala ngani, senzeni, futhi ikuphi akusadingeka sikwenze thina as the government of Mpumalanga for public participation to be successful and inclusive. It must meet all 4 requirements of informing the public, consulting with the public, involving the public, and subsequently giving feedback to the public. Sinizwile. Kuyafuneka ukuthi sinitshela ukuthi lokhu nalokhu enukubekile sikwenzile noma cha. My responsibility as the Premier and head of the executive is to give you feedback on all the issues that you have raised during this process. Before I give feedback to the people of Umkhondo on the issues that were raised the last time we were here in 2012, allow me, Honorable Speaker, to also report on what I have been doing since I arrived here on Monday. Ngosuku lwami lokuqala ngomsumbunuko ngihlangane nenkosi BVN bengizombingelela ngizothi bayethe uNdabezitha BVN ujabule kakhulu ukusibona wathi izinto zihamba kahle. He told me that they are grateful for what the government is doing here in this area. But the biggest issue that we must have to address here is water shortages. His people are getting water at an interval of 5 weeks. Wakhala ngemgwaqo. Wathi uqela ukuthi imgwaqo yenziwe igrading and graveling ukuze ihambeka futhi izimoto zingabhajwa udaka. This is what the Honorable PV told me. Lento yadaka is a problem to me. Ngafika la one day ngishama door to door eWard 1. Ngidibana nababathwala laphaya. Babathwala uthi Ndlovu nomhlanje ngiyakushaya la because mina inkosi yami ibanjwe udaka. Athi Ndlovu ngeke uphuma la savumelana naye. But I was going to give him another cow. Ngayithenga lenkomo ngimnika yona. On Monday ngiyabuya futhi. Uma ngiphuma ka uNdabezitha yena. Ngithi hayi by the way nginabangani bami la. I've got my own family far away from my family. Ngithi awuthi ngibona babathwala. Ngifika ka babathwala angimtholi bathi uyagula. Umakhi uthi mntanami inkosi yakho ubaba thwala uyagula akekho but lenkomo iphinde futhi ibanjwa ngedaka. Lenkomo bathi bayinike igama bathi iANC athi ANC ibanjwe udaka futhi but ngiyajabula mntanami because ingisiyele a calf. At least I will continue to see the gift that you have given me. Ngavumelana naye ukuthi ngizomyenzela ama arrangement futhi ngimnika another one. But if this one is obanjwa futhi udaka semina, that time they wanted to beat me. This time ngizoshaya yena ubabathwala. Abantwana benkosi bakhala ngamathuba emsebenzi sanitation. Abanye bakhala ngezinto zedaka. Bathi abantu abakhelwe izindlu ezingcono. Ngolesibili vakashele amakhosi amane, Nkosi M.A. Mahlobo, Nkosi M.T. Yende, Nkosi J.A. Chabalala, kanye nenkosi T.B. Mthethwa, wase Madabukela Traditional Council, wonke lamakhosi. Bengizowabingelela, ngithi bondaba ezitha bayethe, ngizoba ngisebenzela lapha eMkhondo liviki lonke, siphinde sivula amahofisi amasha ababa undaba ezitha Mthethwe, bonke undaba ezitha bakhala ngento efanayo, amanzi, imgwaqo, sanitation, indlu, izikolo, kanye namathuba emsebenzi. During the public hearing on Tuesday, here in the same venue that we are meeting today, the people of Umkhondo municipality raised a number of issues similar to those raised by Abondaba Ezitha: housing shortages, mud houses, water shortages, sewer spillage, the condition of our health facilities, the state of our road infrastructure, lack of sport facilities, housing shortages, and inadequate basic service delivery in general. During the opening of the legislature, few months ago, I promised the people of Mpumalanga that I will be meeting with all municipalities in the province to identify critical areas that need special attention and come up with a strategy on how to address these challenges. On Wednesday this week, I met with all municipalities under Gertsibande, and Umkhondo was part of that meeting. Yesterday, I met with all municipalities under Nkangala district. Next week, I will be meeting with all municipalities under Inhlazeni. The challenges of poor roads, aging water, and sewer infrastructure cannot be underestimated. Every village and every township has similar problem. The other problem that seems to be spreading like wildfire is crime at school. I know that some of our members here, they were moving for us to place certain municipalities outside administration. I want to remind them that we agreed that after this visit to all municipalities, after making proper assessment, we agreed that we are going to engage about the status of all municipalities. We are still going to engage. Wait for that time where all of us, we will engage. You don't just wake up in the morning and put a municipality under administration. South Africa is a constitutional country. They will take you to court, like how Tswane took our government to court and were defeated in court. So there are processes to put a municipality outside administration. We are going to engage with you. You will be part of engagement. We realize that there are some few municipalities where maybe there is a need for us to pay special attention, and we agreed with the emissary of Coxstar that you must have to visit those municipalities, and I know that they are going to enjoy your visit. As part of our strategy to target basic service delivery within municipalities, we have directed all our municipalities, including Mkhondo municipality, to set aside at least 75% of their municipal infrastructure grant allocation to address water,
sanitation, and road infrastructure challenges. However, water must get the first priority, followed by sanitation and road infrastructure. Water is life, sanitation is dignity, and roads are access to home. Amanzi, impilo, angeke uphila ngaphandle kwawo. Is sanitation iletha isithunzi kanti umgwaqo ekufika ekhaya. Government took a decision that all three spheres of government must work together through the district development model so that we stop working in silos but develop one plan even from Mkhondo municipality and all other municipalities. That plan must be supported by all the three spheres of government. Lokhu kusho ukuthi Mkhondo ubambisane ne-province aphinde abambisane ne-national government basebenze bonke balethe intuthuko kabantu bayekela ukusebenza behlukene. Let me give the feedback of what people asked for in 2012 and what we did to address their concern. People of Mkhondo asked for water, and we drilled, equipped, and electrified more than 20 boreholes, and 15,032 households benefited from this project. We completed the construction of bulk water supply pipeline and reticulation at Dr. Paul's, and 642 households benefited from this project. You asked for an improvement in sanitation, and we completed a sanitation project that benefited 833 households. We completed the installation of flushing toilets in rural villages, benefiting 776 households. Like I said earlier, sanitation is dignity. We brought dignity to our people. You asked for better sports facilities, and we're happy to report that we refurbished Mandla Ndlovu Stadium, the very same stadium we are here using it today. And we refurbished Capeville Sports Ground. To alleviate challenges of waste treatment, we bought specialized waste vehicles. Sithenge 2 yazo kanye na excavator. Nakhala ukuthi izikolo zigcwele abafundi basemaplazini abanawo amaklasi yokufundela khona. Saka ama-boarding schools amabili. Eyesithathu nayo izophela kungapheli lo mnyaka. We're happy that the MECs here, we committed that we're going to complete Mkhondo boarding school by the end of October. Nakhala ngomgwaqo oya eTlipval nawo sesiqedile ukuwulungisa. Nakhala ngekliniki nayo bekufuneka seyiphelile. Kodwa we are being disrupted by izinkinga zama business forum. Business forum, please stop to derail the service delivery in our areas. Asikdenanga lapha siphinde siletha enye intuthuko khona lapha eMkhondo. We completed the stormwater drainage at Thandakukhanya, Ward 5 and 13. We completed the 4-kilometer of bus and taxi road in Driefontein, Ward 1, 2, and 18. we completed the upgrade of 4-kilometer gravel road to paving blocks in Amsterdam Extension 4, Ward 19. We completed the upgrade of 4 gravel road to paving blocks in P3T, Ward 7 and 14. We completed 3-kilometer main access road and 2 bridges in Sandbank, Ward 8. We completed the upgrade of 1-kilometer tanks rank access road in Mkondo, Ward 7. We completed 4-kilometer rehabilitation of the bus and taxi road at Polar Park at Tandaukai, Ward 60. We completed 3-kilometer rehabilitation of bus and taxi road at Sbeta at Tandaukai, Ward 13. We completed the construction of Driefontein to Iswepe, and at the Biesfontein water bulk line benefited 1,630 households. We completed the construction of water bulk line to Ras Plus, Mapepin, Malainin, and Forest View that benefited 4,955 households. We completed the installation of high mast light that benefited 1,014 households. We completed the construction of MPCC Amsterdam, which benefited 1,517 households. Current challenges and what brings these challenges. For us to appreciate where these challenges come from, let me give you some background about this municipality. In 2011, the population of Mkondo local municipality was 171,982 with 37,433 households. Population of this municipality increased to 255,411 and a number of households to 58,504. Between 2011 and 2022, the population of Mkondo increased by 83,429, which translates to 3.8% annually. Youth population of this municipality is 68.3%. We have instructed all municipalities, including this one, to at least set aside 50% of the infrastructure grants to water out of the 75% that I have already alluded to, that they must have to set aside for infrastructure project. Out of that amount, 50% should be set aside for water. Sinizwile nikhala ngezindlu, lo hulumende uyalalela. Sizoqhubeka saka ezinye izindlu khona lapha eMkhondo nakwezinye izindawo sakela abantu abahluphekayo. Thina abanye sizothola amasayidi anama services sizakhela thina izindlu. Between 2019 and 2024, our Department of Human Settlement has delivered a total of 981 houses in the following areas: Polar Park, eMangosuthu, Iswepe, eMlazi, eZikhonjaneni, Nongena, New Plus, eMahlabathini, Driefontein, Phoswa, ezinkomeni, Sgudada, Thokozani, and Retiefville. The department has further serviced 1,489 sites in Retiefville, Amsterdam Extension 5, and Etanda Kukhanya. The above intervention from the department were meant for the realization of housing opportunity for the benefit of the poor and destitute residents of Umkhondo local municipality. For 2024-25 financial year, the department is currently busy with the construction of 457 houses and the servicing of 207 sites on various areas, and the completion of this program is planned for the 30th of March 2025. Provincial Department of Public Works, Roads and Transport is also assisting our municipality with regraveling of roads and patching of potholes. Some of the roads that the department has done, including regraveling of roads D1006 and D393, patching of potholes in D2548 and other areas. Other project that our municipality is planning to implement is design and electrification of rural villages, Ward 15 and Ward 17. Design and electrification of rural villages, Ward 9, upgrading from 18 MVA to 40 MVA of Philip Greylang substation, upgrading from 2 MVA to 10 MVA of Amsterdam substation, electrification of rural villages, 102 households, Stitini and Bazane, rehabilitation of bus and taxi road in Ward 10, Emagedeni, Etandokanya, rehabilitation of internal streets in various wards, regraveling of 3-kilometer bus and taxi road in Driefontein, regraveling of 2.2-kilometer bus and taxi road. Again, that one was Ward 1 in Driefontein. The second one is Ward 2. Refurbishment of P3 water treatment works, Amsterdam Shipmore bulk water scheme, and high mass lads from Ward 1 to Ward 19. Abanye bayakhala la ngembewu ukuthi abayitholi. Thina besicabanga ukuthi imbewu every year siyayidistributa lapha eMkhondo. We are going to ask the MECs here to pay special attention. The agri-hub, which was damaged by storm, will receive priority. Sizoyilungisa noma kanjani. Sizoqhubeka nokunisiza ngama-food gardens. Sizozama ukuthi labafunaka kubuyela esibayeni nabona siba assista. Distribution of animals is very limited, and therefore it's only for those that are interested in farming, that those that they will benefit. This program will be reviewed because some of our people here in Mpumalanga bathatha lezi nkomo ezibanika zona ukuthi babe ama-farmers, but bathatha leti nkomo bayalobola ngazo. It is a problem. We must have to pay special attention. Nizokhumbula ukuthi la ngo-2010 umphakathi washisa kliniki la 2010. We advise, this is the advice that we have taken, and we want to tell the people of Mpumalanga that we have taken an advice from ZANU-PF that if people destroy their own properties, their own assets, we will not go back and build those facilities again. People must know that when they are angry, they can't destroy their own properties. Let's sit down and talk. Ozaskhuluma makhelwana, don't destroy our facilities. After 10 years, we have realized that this community of Umkhondo has matured. I know that at a certain stage you were not angry, but you did not burn your own properties. You are no longer destroying your own facilities, even when you are angry. That's why we are here working with the national government. We are building a community health center that will open 24 hours. And it is going to be completed and ready to be used by communities by mid-year next year, 2025. Sizwile nikhala ngemithi eniya complainer. But in certain hospitals, when you go there, you don't get medicine. We want to assure you that you must know that sometimes we are buying this medicine from overseas, and if there is a delay in getting them from overseas, we try to see if we can substitute them. The norms and standards require that we have more than 90% of medicine available. We shall try by all means to increase to at least 95% or more. We have listened to your complaints about overcrowding in schools and the high rates of crime in your schools. I have discussed this matter with MEC of Safety, and the police have begun taking action by unannounced visit to school. We cannot allow a situation where our school become crime spot. The culture of learning and teaching without interference by drug laws and criminals must be restored. We'll be finishing the construction of the boarding school, and by next year, it will be open and functioning. The issue of students who are not from the area of Mkondo, but are benefiting and attending in these boarding schools need to be investigated. However, the culprits, are you the residents of Mkondo? You give these people addresses to apply as if they are the residents of Mkondo. You are responsible for this mayhem. We will do a thorough investigation and take action. This month is a special month. We should celebrate our culture and heritage. We want to encourage every citizen of this province to participate in cultural activities that will be taking place throughout the province. We will continue to confront our challenges. We'll deal with poverty, unemployment, and inequality. Our expanded public works program continue to be a flagship program that helps our people to put food on the table. Our food parcel for the poorest of the poor must assist those that are in destitute. All our municipalities are encouraged to update their indigent register for qualifying people to receive relief on the payment of rates and taxes, to receive free basic electricity and water. Bonda bezitha ngiyabonga ukuthi nikhona la. On this financial year, we are building 3 offices for our traditional council. Beautiful offices for Inkosi, MT Yende, Inkosi MA Mahlobo and Inkosi JA Chabalala. Nyanbona bonda bezita near drive. We commit to appoint 287 izinduna. Tina asikhulumi siya implementa. Tina asikhulumi siya implementa. Asinamona asinazondo sizoidumisa imkhondo. Ngiyabonga.
Siyabonga kakhulu kundunankulu ngenkulumo yakhe enhle nakangaka ukuvala namhlanje ukulethwa kwesishayamthetho endaweni yaseMkhondo. Kodwa ke ngivumeleni ngaphambi kokuba ngivale ngisho ukuthi ngaphakathi kwethu sibonga kakhulu ukuhlonishwa nangabafundisi babe khona noma abaholi bezenkolo babe khona la kule ndawo. Sibabonile uPastor SS Nhleko, Apostle SGZ Phakathe, Dr. JF Khumalo, Bishop MM Biela, Pastor JS Taylor, Pastor ML Mamba, Pastor MJ Mabuza, Pastor VM Tabete, Pastor B Moshele, Pastor B Sbego, Pastor B Ntaganyane, Pastor MM Fagude, Pastor D.A. Zwane, nabo bonke abanye abebakhona, kwabaholi bethu bezendabuko, sibonga i-presence ka-President of the Contralesa and the Chairperson of Mpumalanga, House of Traditional and Khoisan Leaders, uHoshi Mkwena, sibonga kakhulu baba i-support yakho, nokusihlonipha njalo, sibonge namakhosi, uPremier aqeda kukhuluma ngawo ukuthi bewavakashele ngomsombuluko. Sibonga uNkosi uYende for amadlanga mpisi Traditional Council. Sibonge inkosi TB Mthethwa for Madabuka Traditional Council. Sibonge na inkosi JA Shabalala for the Traditional Council. Sibonge inkosi MA Mahlobo for Kwandwalaza Traditional Council. Sibenaye nonkosi SL Nkosi for Enkaba Traditional Council, kanye nenkosikazi Bihlatshwayo for Emfubeni Traditional Council. Na wonke amanye amakhosi okungenzeka mhlambe singawabonanga. Sifuna kubonga the Executive Mayor of Gersibande District Municipality, Councillor WM Mngomezulu, the Speaker of Gersibande District Municipality, Councillor PG Skonde, the Chief Whip of the Gersibande, Councillor BH Mchali, the Executive Mayor of the local municipality, Mkhondo, Councillor Mandla Ndlovu, the Speaker of Mkhondo, Councillor M. Ngwenya, kanye na Chief Whip of Mkhondo, Councillor D. Twala, nama members of the Mayoral Committee wase Mkhondo na wase District, na wonke amakhansela akhona ngaphakathi kwale ndawo. Sifuna kubonga kakhulu ukuthi nibe khona nisihloniphile kulo mhambo wethu wokuthetha isishayamthetho sisilethe kubahlali baseMkhondo. Ngaloko ke ngifuna ukunibonga nonke nina enithathe leli thuba ukuthi nibe khona la ukuzo attend this taking legislature to the people of Mkhondo local municipality kusukela ngomsombuluko ngomhla ka9 kuze kube namhlanje kuumhla ka13 September 2024. Thina siyishayamthetho siyazibophezela ukuthi sizoqhubeka njalo ukubheka ukuthi ngempela ugovernment lokakushilo njengoba uPremier athembisile nangempela lokho kuzokwenzeka. Sifuna ukubonga kakhulu kuma honorable members akhona ngaphakathi kwethu, abavakashi bethu bonke abakhona. Sesifinyelele emaphathelweni walomhlangano wethu wanamhlanje. So ke umhlangano lo siyawuvala until further notice ukuthi sophinde sihlale nini. Bengizocela ke ukuthi sonke sime ngezinyawo ukuze iprocession yonke le iphume. Umhlangano wethu wanamhlanje uvaliwe. Sibonga kakhulu.
All rise.
Uvaleleni, Etienne, usivaleleleni.
Siyabonga Stella Babe Samuel Kum